Hi, welcome to Enjoy Living. My name's Daniela, and today we have a yoga and Qigong class for stomach ulcer and acid reflux. So, this class is designed to create space within the body to release any blocks without aggravating the stomach, the digestive tract. So, when you're ready, grab your mat and we'll get started. So for today's class, I'd recommend having your mat laid out horizontally with the screen in front of you. And we're going to start in a cross-legged seated position near the top of the mat. So just taking a moment, get nice and comfortable, rooting down through the sitting bones, softening the shoulders down, little wiggle side to side, releasing any tension from the spine. And when you're ready, we'll bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Gently lower the gaze, close down the eyes, and start to settle into your breath. Just having a natural breath, we're going to start to slow down the mind to meet the breath. Becoming aware of the rise and fall of the body with each inhale and exhale. Feeling that flow of breath through the palms of the hands. And as you breathe, start to become aware of the physical body. So we're going to start at the foundation, the feet, the legs, the sitting bones, feeling that connection to the ground, the bowl of the pelvis, the base of the spine. And as we bring our awareness to these parts of the body, you might notice little shifts, little micro adjustments that the body makes to find alignment, to find support through the skeletal structure. And traveling up to the lower back, mid back, upper back, softening through Renmai, the main yin meridian channel through the center, front of the body. Traveling up the neck, head, establishing this crown to tail connection through the spinal column. And with each breath, strengthening the connection from crown to tail. Inhaling. We'll take an exhale, sigh out through the mouth. And bringing one hand onto each knee, palms down. We'll gently press into the knees to help lengthening the arms, lengthening and lifting through the spine, the chest, and then softening the shoulders down. And still with the eyes closed, you're going to take a big inhale through the nose. It's almost as if, imagine we're pouring the breath down like you pour water from a jug, and we're filling that breath all the way from the base of the spine, filling it up, this central channel of the body, all the way to the crown of the head, breathing in, until you can't take in any more breath. And sealing that breath in, press the tongue to the roof of the mouth, just behind the teeth. Keep the awareness at the crown of the head. And after a moment or two, you might find you can have another little sip of air, taking a little bit more breath. Almost as if the body is being pulled taut, like a balloon. We've inflated the body. We're going to hold that breath in, staying as calm as possible. If you notice any tension building, it's going to soften it, soften it. And when you're ready to exhale, exhale out through the nose, bringing the awareness to the third eye point. Emptying all the breath out, and it's a bit like we're deflating the body a bit like a balloon. You're going to feel the stomach almost caving in, drawing in towards the spine. And same thing, we're going to hold that breath out. Let the body be empty of breath. Staying calm, staying centered. And then once again, we'll inhale. Again, pouring that oxygen in from the base and filling all the way up, bringing the awareness to the crown of the head. Sealing the breath in. Again, if there's a little more space, we're going to take that extra little sip of air. Holding it. Softening. And then bringing the awareness to the third eye point. Exhale out through the nose. Keep pressing the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Let all the breath come out. Again, maybe you'll feel a little deflated. Belly draws in. Keeping all the breath out. Again, staying calm. And then one final time, we'll inhale. Pouring that breath in all the way from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, softening what needs to be softened, staying centered, bringing the awareness to the crown of the head. I'm going to hold that breath in just a little bit longer. And then exhale out through the nose. Attention to your third eye point. Let all the breath come out. Feel the belly drawing in towards the spine. And then keeping that breath out just for a moment. And then we'll inhale. Come back to a natural breath. Allow the hands to be softly placed on the knees. We'll close the eyes. We can just observe the effects of the practice. Observing the breath. And when you're ready, we're going to open the eyes and come to sit in a kneeling position, facing the top of the mat. Hands either sides of the knees. We're going to curl the toes under and begin to shift the weight towards the heels. Turning the toes out towards the sides and just shifting the weight side to side as we start to gently open out the hips. And just gently feeling away here, so there's no goal, we're not trying to achieve a certain position, a certain posture. We're just exploring, gently coaxing the body open. You might have a bit more weight in the hands today, or if it feels comfortable, lifting the chest and shifting the weight further back into the back body, the heels. Bringing the hands to heart center, bringing the hands into an act of prayer. We'll inhale, root down. So come all the way up to stand. Turning the toes forward, placing the feet shoulder width apart, and extending the arms down to Wuji, or emptiness stance. We're going to start at our feet. Gently shifting the weight forward and back, gently rocking toes and heels. So we find this midpoint of balance. And then coming up to the knees, we're going to bend the knees so that we can just see the top halves of our feet. Lengthen the tailbone down, softening through Renmai, that front channel, that front central meridian channel. Fingertips Grow down towards the earth. Have space between the arms and body, so there's space all the way up towards the armpits. And fix the gaze out in front. We're going to settle the attention on the breath. And if it helps, you can close the eyes if that helps to bring the attention in. Keep the attention on the breath, avoid distractions. Welcome to close the eyes. And inhaling, opening the eyes. We're going to sit a little bit deeper into the knees, turning palms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, gathering up what feels soothing, what feels calming, cooling. And as the palms come overhead, turn the palms down towards the ceiling and exhale, softly float the arms down in front of the body. Allowing the arms to come back down by our sides. We're going to shift the weight into our right leg. Inhale, draw the left knee up. Retract the elbows and bring all 4 fingers and thumb to touch. This is our crane. From here, exhale, push mountain as we extend the left leg back into a warrior 3. Finding a focal point, a drishti, to keep the eyes focused as we settle into our breath. And then taking a big step back into a high lunge. And if you need to adjust the feet, adjusting them here so that you feel supported in your foundation. We're going to cross one arm over the other, but keep space between the wrists. And the action is as if you're pulling off a jumper. We're going to keep the wrists, the fingers soft. As we inhale the arms up, separating clouds. Look towards your palms as you visualize moving soft pillow-like clouds to reveal clear blue sky. Melting the hands all the way down. Bringing the hands back to heart center. We're going to pivot the legs open into a goddess pose. Now as you pivot the leg, bring your awareness to the top of your left thigh, where the femur meets the hip socket. And we're going to move from there rather than the ankle and foot. And this just helps prevent any pinching in our knees. Once again, bring the hands to heart center. We're going to sink down into our knees, engaging the quads, supporting our joints, engaging the glutes. Allow the tailbone once again to lengthen. And then we'll create fists, creating fists with the hands, and then bring the fronts of the hands towards each other. And this posture is called opening the bow to let the arrow fly. Inhale as we extend the legs slightly. With one hand, we're going to create an L shape with our index finger and thumb. The other hand is pulling our bow back, keeping the elbow in line with the shoulder. We'll exhale, look towards your index finger and thumb as you sink down. Inhale, begin to rise slightly as you bring fists back towards each other. And second side, creating that L shape, extending index finger and thumb as we sink down. Inhale, bring fists back to touch. Second round, inhale. And as you flow through this Qigong form, you're going to set an intention for clear, focused vision. This practice helps condition the heart, the lungs. Our arms are the meridians of the heart, our fire organ. Inhale as we draw the fists together. Exhale as we sink down. Inhale, bringing fists back towards each other. We'll bring palms to touch and extend the legs. So we're going to now turn towards the bottom of the mat. Same thing, bring the awareness to the top of the femur, and we'll pivot the leg from there, coming into a high lunge towards the back of the mat. Inhale here. Exhale as we shift the weight forward and take a big step to the top of the mat. Coming back to standing Wuji, feet shoulder width apart. Extend the fingers down. Allow the gaze to lower as we settle with the breath. Allowing the effects of the practice to be absorbed by the body. Gently opening the eyes. We'll take that same sequence on our second side. So shifting the weight into your left leg this time. Inhale, right knee, crane. Exhale, push mountain as you come to your warrior three. Again, find that still point to focus on as we settle the breath. And then taking a big step back, high lunge. Crossing one arm over the other, separating clouds. Inhale the arms up. Gaze towards the palms as you visualize that clear blue sky, floating the arms all the way down. Bringing hands to heart center. From the top of the thighs, this is the start of our sartorius muscle. We're going to pivot. The legs open, coming back to our wide-legged goddess. We want to have toes turned out, knees tracking the toes. We'll take 3 more cycles of opening the bow to let the arrow fly, creating fists, fronts of the hands touching, sink into the knees. Turning towards the top of the mat, extend index finger and thumb as you pull the bow back. Inhale to rise, exhale to sink. So with this practice, we use the imagery of archery. Inhale as we rise, exhale, sink down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Final round. Exhale. Inhale. It's also really strengthening our lower legs. You might already feel that fire building up in the legs. And we'll bring palms to touch as we extend the legs long. Top of the thigh, returning towards the top of the mat this time. Coming to our high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, shift the weight forward and big step to the top of the mat. Feet shoulder width apart. Fingertips reach down towards the earth. Turning palms up to the ceiling. We'll inhale. Sink deeper into the knees. And as we raise the arms up, begin to extend the legs slightly. Turning palms down to the earth. We'll exhale, bend the knees a little deeper as we glide the hands down. Turning palms up, we'll inhale, lift the palms, extend the legs, and then opening out the palms away from the body. So there's this moment where the whole chest is open, creating all this space within the torso, and then exhale. As the hands glide down, sink into the knees. Turning palms up, we'll inhale, lengthen the legs slightly, and exhale, palms down. Inhale, turning the palms up towards the ceiling. Turning the palms away from you, and there's this moment where the legs are extending, the arms are open. And we're bringing all this, inviting all this space within the body. And then we exhale and soften back down. And we'll do this one more time, turning palms up to the ceiling. Inhale, extend the legs. Exhale, soften through that front channel of the body. Turn palms up to the sky. Inhale, opening out. And exhale, palms all the way down. And reach the fingertips down towards the ground. Just taking a breath or two. Just letting the effects of the practice settle into the body. And we'll end today's class with a practice called parting clouds. So you're going to open the arms out to the sides, extending the palms and fingers, but keep a softness. Inhale as we draw the little fingers in towards the heart, so the sun of the body. And then rotating the wrists one finger at a time, really articulating through the wrists as we gather those imaginary metaphorical clouds. Exhale the arms out. Inhale. Little fingers come in towards the heart. Rotating little finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, thumb. Letting those clouds float away. And one last time, we'll inhale, float the arms, float the palms in towards the heart. Part those clouds, clearing the space. Let the arms float back down. Taking an inhale, exhale out. And inhale, we'll float the arms out. Hands to heart as we draw the palms in, one on top of the other over the heart space. Allow the chin to draw in towards the chest, closing down the eyes. Breathing in and out. And then drawing the hands all the way down to lower dantian, so it's our energy space just below the navel. And we're just allowing the practice to be absorbed, to just take a moment to observe how the body feels, the mind, the breath, letting it all sink in. And you can stay here as long as you need. And when you're ready to end the practice, now open the eyes. Take a nice big inhale through the nose and big sigh out through the mouth. So thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please do leave me a comment below. I would love to hear how you found the class, and I'll see you soon. Bye.